Very distressing news here. This is from Media Matters. It says, headline, Amazon's best-selling LGBTQ book is a hateful picture book comparing being trans to pretending to be a walrus. The best-selling LGBTQ plus book on Amazon is Johnny the Walrus, a hateful picture book by the Daily Wire's Matt Walsh that compares the gender identities of trans youth to a young boy who imagines he's a walrus. Amazon mislabeled the book into its LGBTQ book section, and as a result, it's promoting harmful anti-trans views to its consumers interested in LGBTQ stories. And then they go on. This is outrageous and very upsetting for me. And I was worried that this would happen, that this kind of homophobia and gay erasure would happen. But for Media Matters to be doing it is beyond the pale. For them to be going after and attacking the most prominent, the most revered, the most respected and beloved and best-selling LGBT author, not just in the nation, but in the world, okay? Amazon, they don't say these are the books selling in America. This is the world, and I'm still number one. I've been the best-selling LGBT book for a week. And I put my heart and soul into that book and with the objective and the goal of getting on that list so that I could represent the LGBT community as its most prominent figure and speaker. And yet I'm being attacked in this way. It's very, very upsetting to me. Shame on you, Media Matters. And GLAAD, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, they've joined in. Okay, these Media Matters, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, you should be on my side. I'm the one being defamed as the number one most prominent best-selling LGBT author in the country, in the world. But they're coming out against me, and they put out this tweet. They say, this is horrible. Amazon, please remove this book from the LGBTQ category immediately. It is absolutely not an LGBTQ book. It specifically targets transgender people with hateful and dehumanizing rhetoric. Where can I turn now? As the leading voice, as my generation's leading voice in the LGBT community, where can I turn? I can't turn to GLAAD. I can't turn to Media Matters. I'm a man without a home. I'm a man on an island. Let's read a little bit more from this. Johnny the Walrus is an anti-trans allegory that compares a child imagining that he's a walrus to society affirming and accepting trans youth, including by providing life-saving best practice medical care when kids go through puberty. In reality, now I just want to point out, okay, the word transgender does not appear in the book at any point. So if you read the book and you think there might be similarities between what we do with quote-unquote trans kids and a kid pretending to be a walrus, I mean, if you are drawing those connections and connecting those dots, maybe you should think a little bit more about that. The description of the children's book claims that it is about a little boy with a big imagination named Johnny who forced to make a decision between the little boy he is and the things he pretends to be. The book depicts Johnny first pretending to be a walrus by using wood spoons as tusks and socks as fins, then going through the process of trying to become a walrus by eating worms, putting on gray makeup, and visiting a doctor who offers a simple procedure to cut his feet into fins. Notably, Amazon has faced backlash for selling anti-trans books in the past. The company continues to sell the book Irreversible Damage, the transgender craze seducing our daughters by anti-trans author Abigail Schreier, even though employees of Amazon filed an internal complaint in April claiming that the book violates the company's policy against selling books that frame LGBTQ identities as a mental illness. Then it goes on. Okay, so they're very upset. They're very upset that the book exists. They're very, very upset that it got on the LGBT list, which was Amazon's call, not mine. But I'm honored by it. And this is what they're doing. Rampant homophobia over at Media Matters. Disgraceful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends.